So we're just going to head down to the far end of the lake here. Finley, leave the squirrels alone, please. Just perfect, I think. There we go, that's a beauty. If you have a smoker, this is a dynamite recipe and so simple. That's good, that's perfect. Hi, I'm Greg Ovens, and this is Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. There we go. Okay. So I got the boat, got all my gear ready to get to that hike in lake. I have to build that trolley system for the boat so I can pack all the gear in the boat by myself. It'd be a little difficult to pack the boat and have to make several trips just to get to the lake. It's not that far, but you have to pack anything that you take to this lake by yourself in there, in my case. But we're going to get on building that. I'm sure most of you realize by now that basically my truck is a traveling survival mobile, but it's also a workshop. I've got my power station, electric cords, skill saw, and other things to do a project like this when I'm out in the bush even, which is kind of cool. I picked up some wheels, some bolts and screws, and the things I need to make this trolley system to get the boat into this lake. And the fishing should be dynamite this time of year. So hopefully this time on this adventure we catch some really nice fish. So I'm also trying to arrange the truck a little better. There's things in here I don't need. I mean, I'm cleaning it out. Got my tarps, bedding, stuff kind of strewn everywhere from the last trip. But I just want to show you some of my survival stuff I always have in my truck. Okay, so I got my jack, tool set, chainsaw, frying pan, coffee, my fishing rod, and it might be overkill. There's some of my knives that I carry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knives. 2 ferro rods. My old one from Patagonia, which I'm going to retire. And now I got a new one. So this is the one I'm going to start using. Shotgun as well. Buried under everything. This is kind of why I gave up on the idea of doing a conversion to sleep in the truck. I find now it's just easier to string my hammock up, have it ready to go. It takes me 3 minutes. There'd be so much stuff to move out of this truck. You know, I don't camp out of my truck, I live out of my truck. So it's different than a camping trip when I go somewhere. I mean, I've got all this gear. So it just turned out not to be practical to do a conversion on the truck. It's just so much easier to use that hammock. But now I'm trying to get organized and clean it out. Try to keep things organized so I know where stuff is, because that's sometimes my problem, is just finding stuff, because it just gets scattered everywhere and it's such a mess sometimes. Something that I did want to mention to you viewers though is few times now somebody has been impersonating me in the comments section. They show my profile picture and this and that. So don't get fooled. You know, I wouldn't ask for money or any personal information. So whoever this person is, they have no business doing that. But you guys know my personality. You know I wouldn't be asking for money. So don't get scammed by these hackers that always seem to want to infiltrate people's channels. So I do answer questions, but usually I like and love. I answer questions about maybe plants or what knife I use. But if you see a profile picture and it doesn't seem like it's me, it isn't me. So I'd never ask you for money or any kind of information regarding your personal businesses. So keep that in mind. Be careful. A lot of scammers out there. Pre-drilled a couple of holes, big piece of thick ready rod, 5/8, and I got 2 wheelbarrow wheels, and it also fits through there, and then I bolted on. But this would be adjustable because I can have a nut on each side, and if I decide to move it, to narrow it, this will make it quite easy, I think, to get it into the lake. So stripped out. Probably something like this. Hopefully it stays on. Oh, nothing to it. So actually it did flip. I mean, it was going really good, but it flipped like this. So I'll just have to run a 2x4 up the boat and behind the boat so it can't twist. That's all. But man, that was like I wasn't even packing anything. I can load all my gear up in there, and it'll be a breeze to pull everything to the lake. That should do it. Come on, you get in the boat and I'll see. Come, get in the boat. Get in there. You don't want to go in the boat? No. Come in here. Get in here. Come on. Oh well, can't talk him into it. I'm trying to test it out, Finn. See, there's nothing to it. So I'm at the lake. We're in a camp across the lake, and nobody here. This is what I like. Parking lot's empty, so I know there's nobody down at the lake, so that's what I like. So let's get on with it. I got the boat all loaded with my gear. One of the tires is flat, and I don't have a compressor or a tire pump, so I'm gonna at least try to get it down to the lake. I mean, it's not that far, so even with a flat tire, hopefully it's not a big deal. Yeah, you can tell there's a flat tire. Not gonna be easy. Flat tire. My wheels are wide enough, but like they should have been narrower. Like they should stay on. We'll see. Oh, can't get over. Okay, try to stay on the boardwalk. Well, we made it to the lake. That wasn't easy pulling it with that flat tire though, but anyway, we're here. Going uphill is going to be worse because now it's all uphill to back to the truck. I don't know, maybe somebody will show up with a tire pump or something in the next day or two. But we got to get across. There's not a lot of daylight left. Get camp set up. Maybe I can have half an hour of fishing before dark and maybe even get a nice fish for the first time this year. That would be awesome. There. Oh, she wants to slide on her own. Oh, I guess that's good. But anyway, you know, like it's funny because I usually have an air compressor that plugs into the lighter so I can pump tires up and this and that. The one thing I didn't bring, air compressor, sure enough, flat tire. It seems to be that way. The one thing you need is the one thing you didn't bring. Right here. Okay, get in the boat. Good boy. Good boy. I'm gonna go across the lake. So we're just gonna head down to the far end of the lake here and set up camp. Whether I have time to fish or not, hard to say. But there's no campsites on this side, so we want to be on the other side. Right, Finn? Sit down. Good boy. Don't get excited, we're almost there. Couldn't wait to get out. So I'm just going to take most of the stuff out, except the fishing gear obviously. I want to at least try for the last half an hour light, maybe get something. Finn will stay right at camp here. Boy, this is home for a couple of days. Right on. I remembered your dog food too, Finn. I just need room to go fishing. You're gonna have to stay here. Well, Finn does not seem happy. I guess I'm gonna have to bring him. He's kayaking over there. It's okay, I'll come and get you. Okay, get in the boat then. Come on. Hey, come on. Good boy. Banging the camera now. Okay, we'll go fishing together. Well, no fish. But we only had about half an hour of fishing time really. So get camp set up, have a fire, cook a steak, Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow we're going to get them. Guaranteed. Be my first fire with my new ferro rod. I retired the old one, so that's good in a way. Before it's absolutely useless. Brand new. Never been used. Finn's off chasing squirrels, but leave him alone, Finn. Finley, leave the squirrels alone, please. Go get the firewood. Go get the firewood. Good boy. Bring it. What a good piece of firewood, Fins. Oh, what a boy. That's a good piece, you betcha. We'll put that there. Hey, go get some more. Go get some more. That's a nice piece, Finn. Oh, what a good boy. Get some more firewood. I think it's bedtime. I think it's bedtime, but thanks. You're a good firewood catcher. Oh, are you ever? If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have such a nice fire. You betcha. What a good boy. Well, what a day and what a nice spot this is. I love it over here on the other side of the lake. But I've had enough for tonight. I'm not really that hungry, so tomorrow's another day. I'll see you in the morning. Right, Finn? Okay, bedtime. Morning. It's nice and calm on the lake. It's fairly early in the morning. I'm thinking maybe around 7. So we'll get out there while it's nice and calm. That's my favorite, is when it's calm, just trolling around. So I'm not even going to make coffee. I'm just going to get out there and see how we can do for a morning fish, and then I'll worry about coffee maybe later. So let's get at her. Well, cruising around for quite a while now and not even a bite. Just using a leech fly. But usually they're effective in here, so just got to keep trying, I guess. I left Finn at camp because he just gets in the way so much when you're trying to fish. It's ridiculous. Try to run a camera and have him in here. Just about impossible. So we'll just keep trying, and then when the camera comes on, hopefully next time we can get some footage of a decent fish. Hopefully it's good enough I can keep for dinner. That would be great. I fished for a long time, no bites. Try maybe once more in the morning, but I want to catch fish, so I might have to go somewhere else. Looks like it might rain. Have to put the tarp up. And I forgot to bring the stakes. So, I guess for our second night here, I do have a yam and some potatoes, butter and tinfoil, so that's better than nothing. A fish would have been great to go with that. But if they're not biting, they're just not biting. It's just a fact of life. fairly cold out. The butter's pretty hard. Somebody mentioned in the last video that, or not the last one, but one of the videos, that these are actually sweet potatoes, and they're right. I don't know why the store calls them yams. Yams are white, but these are sweet potatoes. Whoever you were that made the comment, you are right. I just call them yams because the store does. Leave the squirrel alone, please, Finn. Come on over here. Leave him alone. He's not hurting you. Yeah, it certainly is peaceful out here. I mean, I always look for spots like this that I'm by myself. I'm on the other side of the lake. And lots of firewood here. I'll show you. There was a forest fire at one point, obviously, that came through, but the new trees are coming back. Yeah, if you had a chainsaw, there's enough wood here, like, for years. Seriously. Got my tarp set up because it does look like it's going to rain, too. Finn's eating the peelings from the sweet potato. He loves sweet potato. That's hot. I want to do a catch and cook, in this video at least, of a nice fish. So I'm going to keep trying in the morning, and otherwise there's another spot that I might go to. I mean, we got to catch fish. But I'm going to have something to eat, go to bed. Num num. Those are done. Still too hot. Try a smaller one. That's done. Too hot for you too? Pretty good, eh? Well, I had the sweet potato, and that was good enough for me. The potatoes, they weren't ready. I'm not going to wait. I'm tired. But I just put them to the side. Should be able to have them in the morning then, at least. Hopefully a fish to go with it, I'm telling you. I like strong coffee, as you can tell. Well, I wonder what the lake will have in store for us today. It's fairly calm out there still. I don't know what time it is. I slept in. It's hard to get out of there. So nice here. I could stick around forever. The fish were biting. Ooh, that is strong. But I like it that way. Yeah, I'll have our coffee and get out there. I'm just going to leave Finn at shore again, but he knows that this is camp now. At first, he thought I was abandoning him, and he didn't like that. But once he spends a day or two at a spot, then he knows that that's camp. So he usually just settles right down. I got one. I'm not sure if he's still on. Yeah. Oh, it's hard to run the camera and fish. I finally got one, but But I'm gonna have to put the camera down for a minute. Okay, I didn't want to lose that guy. Man alive, I need a mount for this camera. But we got our lunch. Show you. There we go. Nice rainbow. I was just using a green fly. Perfect. Finally. 52 centimeters. I just measured them. Nice fish. We have lunch finally. Oh. I'm only allowed one, to keep one, but I think I'll keep fishing to figure out what they're biting on, because I might want another one tomorrow if I stick around. I got another one on here. Feels decent too, but I have to let this one go. This guy's even bigger, but I gotta let him go. So we got him unhooked. We'll just let him go. There he goes. Come on, Maker. There he goes. Yeah, that's a nice fish. "52 centimeters. 52 centimeters is 20.5 inches. So, but that second one was bigger, and I was just using a little green fly. Hopefully you can see it. It's just got little wings of black and a little brown tail. I don't even know what this is called, but anyways, that's what I caught those two on. A little green fly, two little black wings, and a brown tail. All right, success. So I might even spend another night now that I'm figuring out what they're biting on, the colors of flies to use. So tomorrow, maybe for breakfast, I can catch one more, and then we can head her home. But it's a lot of fun when you catch them. I mean, you know, anything over 20 inches is a lot of fun. But there's no point me just keep fishing. I'm only allowed one, and I got my one. So second one I had to let go. I'm practical that way. May as well just not even fish until tomorrow when I'm allowed to keep another one. So to take home or whatever. Right on, at least we're having success. So I've just been hunkered down under the tarp, sitting in my hammock here. It's been raining for an hour or so. Seems to have quit now, so it's time to cook our fish. This will be cool. It's going to be very tasty. I love rainbow. And but it's going to be a little harder to start a fire now because it's been raining for quite a while. So let's see how we make out with our new ferro rod. So some of this old man's beard seems dry, but I'm not really sure how dry. It might not light. Got to find it close to the base of the trees. It feels a bit damp. Might take a bit to get it to go. Okay, so this right here, there's a branch that fell and is leaning right against the base of this tree. And this feels dry. So that's probably our best bet. The other stuff, once it starts, should start. This feels a little damper. All we can do is try. Might take a little more patience than the fire yesterday. And it doesn't hurt to scrape some material first. That wasn't too bad. If it's gonna go. No, it went out. Yeah, you always know it's damp when it goes out on you like that. Just the moisture in the air even, eh? Okay, I think we got her. Well, maybe not. Some of the fibers going off. Some of the shavings from the ferro rod ignited, which is always good. Don't tell me it went out again. Holy crow, it went out again, Finn. Keeps going, but it keeps going out. Okay, that should go. Now it's starting to rain again. I'm just waiting for the fire to die down. And we're just sit under the tarp in the hammock here until I gotta cook the fish. Okay, because it's wrapped in tin foil. You just gotta heat the potatoes up and be good to go. So while I'm sitting here waiting for the fire to die down, some of you fishermen probably noticed I was just using a spin casting rod, even though I was using a fly. And what I did basically, I was using 15-pound braided line. I tied about a 4-foot leader line onto it, and I didn't use any weights. I just was pulling the motor, stopping, letting the fly sink. And it seemed like when I was getting the bites was as I let the fly sink on its own. It's a wet fly, but I didn't use any weights. So it would have sunk very slowly, and that's when I was having success. So I know some of you fishermen would have noticed that I was using a casting rod and not sinking or floating line. You can hear the rain now. Hopefully it clears up a little bit so I can get out there and cook. Well, rain or shine, I gotta eat, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. So what I did is I found a piece of a tree. Must have fell over in the windstorm. And the bottom is the root area. There. And then this would have been the flat part that was part of the tree. So this will be perfect to put my grill on. And then I'll just take this dead tree over here and put across like that. Just like that. There. Now and then we can just feed the inside. And it's perfect for cooking. Perfect. I'm going to put the fish on now. I've got my potatoes sitting beside the fire to heat up. They were cooked this morning. Get some butter in this guy. Oof, I'm not going to be able to eat it all, but Finn will help. It quit raining just long enough now that I feel like getting this on, but it looks like rain again. Let's throw some butter inside and some on the outside. I think it's all done. Sounds hot. Funny thing is, you probably noticed the barbecue sauce that's been sitting in the scene for the last 3 days, but of course I forgot the steaks. Wasn't gonna go back for them. Oh yeah. Skin just peels right off. I like the skin too. Potatoes from yesterday. They're done. Spuds. Look at that fish. steaming away. Just perfect, I think. Oh yeah. You know what I forgot? Not just the steaks, lemon. Zach's favorite.
You know me, don't like my lemon on my fish.
Who doesn't like lemon?
Lemon goes in your lemonade.
And on fish.
If fish were meant to have lemons on them, they would have flown.
But actually, something I forgot I had. I did bring salt. So that's a bonus if I can figure out how to get into it. Bit of salt. I love this Himalayan pink salt too. That's good. Very good. Want something? Want that? You're standing in front of the camera. Nice and moist. I love it. This has been awesome. I love these spots where there's no people around and you just got the tranquility, peace. It's just beautiful. So it's getting windy out, starting to rain again, but I got the fish done in time. So it's not far from dark anyway. It's time to go to bed, I guess. And hopefully tomorrow we catch another fish. If not, it's been an awesome adventure. Just catching the 2 fish was really great. And that fish was awesome to eat. Are you gonna stay out there, Finn, or come here? You gonna lie down here? Ah, boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. You gotta say goodnight over here. See, they can't see you. Oh, what a good boy. And Finn, he loves the fish too, eh? Yeah, you'll have to sleep under here tonight, Finn. Okay, well, it's a beautiful morning. A little bit of mist on the lake. Fresh snow on all the mountains, which makes them look nice and bright and white again. But it looks like it could be sunny. It's hard to tell yet. The fog will have to burn off. Bit of rain. There you got one. Oh, there goes the camera. Oh gee. See what I mean about trying to get video and fish. Just, I gotta figure something different out. He's still on, I think. Yeah. Oh, you're kidding. Every time I move. Well, this is not working. There we go, that's a beauty. That's gonna be my keeper, I'm sure of it. 52 centimeters again. Almost exactly the same as yesterday. So, got my fish. Well, it's time to pack up and head her home. It was nice to get that last fish that was a keeper. So we'll clean that, clean camp, and head her home. So I borrowed a tire pump, and that makes all the world of a difference there, especially for getting up this hill. And also I put one of the wheels in narrower, so for the boardwalk here I shouldn't have as much problem. It barely fit last time. Now I should have 4 or 5 inches to spare, so make it a lot easier to navigate the boardwalk. Still managed to run one wheel off, but it's not a big deal. Made it. Made her. That was a lot of work. Getting that up the hill. I should have tied Finn onto the rope. He could have helped pull. Never thought of that till now. When I went to Vancouver Island last time, I brought those salmon home and I smoked them, did a candy smoke, and it was so good. I should have done a video on that. But you can smoke these trout just the same. You can use the same recipe. We'll fillet this fish up, put it in the smoker tomorrow, put it in the brine tonight, and I'll show you exactly how you make candied smoked fish, whether it's trout, salmon, whatever you want. Give it a go. So we'll fillet this up, and then I'll show you all the ingredients and how you go about making it. I just sharpened up my Tiger Joker knife. This is a really good knife as well. It's the longest blade of the Joker knives I have, so it'll be better for this. Seems good. Got to watch your hands when you're filleting fish. There's a nice fillet. And you just come around the gill. And I'll bring my ingredients out and show you exactly what you use, how much. I did it last summer when I went fishing with Joel there, that Captain Steve, and I smoked those salmon up. Oh, they were good. Just take the fin right off, so I'm not fighting with it. Not much left on that, eh? There. First of all, brown sugar. Now, I use the actual like brown sugar, not the golden sugar, but brown sugar. Then we've got our coarse Himalayan rock salt. Like you can see, it's very coarse. This is 1 kilogram. So I'm going to use the whole bag, and half of this. This is 500 grams or whatever, so I'm going to use approximately half of this. No water involved. You just mix the two together. You're going to roll the fish in that, and that's that simple. And then what we do before we put it in the smoker is we're going to glaze it with some honey, both sides, and then in the smoker for approximately 10 hours. Now, I got a really good Bradley smoker, automatic. I can set the temperature, feeds the pucks automatically. But, I mean, go figure. Of course I would have a good smoker catching the amount of fish that I do. But anyways, this is a dynamite recipe and so simple. If you have a smoker and if you got somewhere to catch some trout, you want to try it. Leave it overnight in the fridge, and then we glaze it with our honey and put it on the smoker for approximately 10 hours. Everybody's a little different. I like mine kind of moist. So after about 6 hours, I check on it. And I just keep checking on it until it's the way I like it. Some people like theirs drier. Some like more smoke flavor. I like mine kind of on the soft, moist side. So how long you smoke it will be up to you. Okay, so we've got our sugar in there. Okay, so that's about right. Yes, I washed my hands too. Just pat it down, put some over it. your other piece in here. Get it on both sides. Cover it. And there's going to be a lot of moisture that comes out of the fish. You'll see tomorrow, I'll show you, before we glaze it and put it on the smoker. And there you go. That's simple. Oh, that looks nice. Look at that. A thick, syrupy. This is beautiful. So now we just got to get it on the smoker. Oh, it even smells sweet. And so that's just basically the sugar and the salt. You can see there's moisture, but it's like molasses now. It's thick. It won't even move. It's just what you want. Okay, I'm here at a buddy's. This is where I keep my smoker. So now I just got to put some honey on here. There's lots of noise going on. Can't do anything about that. Dogs and... Just going to glaze the one side with our honey. Oh, I guess you got to take the safety cap off. That's always good. It's not a bush situation here. Just showing you. So now I'm going to put some honey. Just smear it. Bit of brown sugar and salt on there, doesn't matter too much. In the smoker. And I leave the skin on mine. I'm going to put it on the top rack. I'm going to leave the whole fillet like that. Not quite medium heat. I've already got a couple pucks in there. And I'll check on it in, about 6 hours and see how it's doing. So I ran the smoker overnight for actually about 12 hours. I had a full set of pucks in there. They were all burnt up. I turned it off now. And I ran the temperature at about 110. So, and I think it looks good. That a try. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. That's good. That's perfect. Sweet taste. A little bit of saltiness, not too much. And it's not too dry. It's just perfect. That smoke flavor is really good. Simple recipe. Try it out. I think you'll really like it. And I just put the whole fillets on. 12 hours in the smoker. Perfect.